Some 100,000 babies are born via in vitro fertilization treatment every year. It involves fertilizing a woman's eggs and implanting them in the uterus. Not all eggs are used. Many are frozen, some are destroyed. The Alabama Supreme Court ruled this week that frozen embryos are the legal equivalent to children. And now the state's largest hospital system and 2 other providers have paused IVF treatments, as we reported at the top of the hour. So could this impact IVF treatment around the country? We invited Dr. Sam Brown with Brown Infertility to join us to help us kind of better understand IVF this morning. Good morning. We've caught you just before surgery, doctor. Thank you for being with us. I appreciate it.
Good morning.
So what kind of feedback are you receiving from patients and maybe even other doctors who specialize in fertility about the Alabama ruling?
Yes, we're getting a lot of feedback. There's a lot of hysteria, a lot of concern regarding this ruling in Alabama. And there's fear that this could spill over to other states.
So would you explain, so that our viewers better understand what's happening in Alabama, would you explain IVF and why more than one egg is typically fertilized during the treatment?
Sure. Yeah, with fertility treatment, with IVF, part of our process is it's a human nature thing. It's a biology thing where of our frozen embryos, probably only one, for a younger woman, only 1 out of about every 4 will result in a baby. And the other 3 out of 4 are genetically abnormal and they won't result in a baby. But you don't know which ones are which. So the problem with this ruling is they're assuming each frozen embryo is a baby, and it's not true. It's just not accurate. And it leads to a lot of problems, because what happens when those genetically abnormal ones don't take or they don't become a pregnancy, then they want to blame or consider manslaughter or what have you. It's just not accurate. It's just not biologically right. So that they don't, this jury or these legal makers, they don't quite understand the process. They needed to be better well informed on what this process is.
Well, and so that I want to make sure that everybody understands correctly. So limiting fertilization to just 1 egg, for example, that's not even an option, is it, as a workaround to this?
It's not even an option. It would be a travesty, and it would shut down fertility treatment in those states that have that type of law. It would really be awful for patient care in general and for couples trying to have families. It's a huge thing. It really is.
Well, and Dr. Brown, also, if you could explain, this can be a months-long, if not longer, process. So I'm thinking about the women in Alabama, you know, who may be in the middle of IVF treatment and suddenly their doctor is no longer able to offer it. I mean, what does that mean for them?
Yeah, there'll be a mass exodus of patients from Alabama to other states, and I feel so bad for them. You know, they're desperate. They're in the middle. Our patients are grieving and they're desperate and they want this family so badly. And they're in the middle of very expensive care, and yet they have to immediately uproot and hope they can find another fertility center that can take over their care midstream. So it's really a travesty.
Are you worried that this decision could somehow happen here in Florida?
We are. I mean, every state has their own reproductive laws, and we're very concerned that our lawmakers, our justices, that we're concerned that they don't understand the science well, and they're going to make really bad rulings like this that really affect patients, a large number of patient care. So we're very concerned in every state.
And quickly, doctor, I mean, can you give us just some perspective? You've done this a long time. I mean, the joy, well, first the heartbreak for so many couples who are unable to get pregnant, and then the joy that they have once they're able to through IVF.
It's huge. I mean, our patients, fertility, 1 out of 8 patients have infertility. 1 out of 8 Americans have infertility. And the desire to have family and have children is huge. And to not have that is seriously a concern. It's a lot of people. We're not talking about a minority of patients. We're talking about a majority of patients that have this issue. And they're grieving. And if they can't, we can help them. Nearly 100% will have success if they let us help them. And this really just makes it worse. These type of rulings just make it more concerning.
Dr. Sam Brown, thank you so much for offering perspective for us. We really appreciate it.
Sure.
And I know you're very busy this morning, so we appreciate you carving out some time for us.
You're welcome.